Okay, hi everybody. We are on with another anime series review. Now, it's not romance. We're diving our toes into some isekai. Now, I'm not gonna have a lot of these for the summer. Um, I think this is the only one. I want to just check something real quick. It's the ad chart. I apologize. I just wanted to see. Um, uh, huh. Yeah, based on what I'm looking, okay, this is probably going to be the only isekai. Uh, yes. I was just checking the list, just to, my mind. This will be the only isekai I do for the season. This one is called No Longer Allowed in Another World. Now, to me, it feels more different, obviously, than what we've gotten. And I kind of like it to a certain extent, based on what's done in the show, based on what's being done. It's a very weird anime, though, for an isekai. It is. So let's get to the synopsis right away. Okay, no longer allowed in another world. Just as the famous writer Sensei is about to accomplish his life ambition and commit double suicide with his lover Sachan, he is hit by a truck and transported to another world. Deemed an adventure by the local priests Annette, Sensei is given the daunting mission to slay the Demon King. Refusing to play into his new role, Sensei decides his efforts are better served looking for Sachan and hope that she is somewhere in this new world. Earlier on in his journey, Sensei crosses paths with the martial artist Tama, who's a cat girl, and unexpectedly saves her from mortal peril. Grateful to his actions, Tama decides to escort him. The pair soon join Annette, who's seduced by the writer's strong personality and is sworn to protect Sensei's life. As the unlikely trio wander the dungeons, dangerous monsters, infested lands, they soon realize that beings might be the true threat to the peace of the world, and Sensei might be the only one with the power to stop them. Now, the thing about this that I am putting over most isekais is this. The main character, I I looked at some reviews and it's referencing that he's an actual author in real life that would devil in the idea of suicide. I didn't know this ahead of time, but hey, what are you gonna do? Anyway, that's mostly what he does in the show, in the anime. He's always trying to pop pills and try to kill himself. And they play this in a weird way. When, he gets attacked by somebody in some odd way, you know, they play in certain aspects. I don't want to say how they play it because I'm spoiling. But it's an interesting show. Now, it's weird that this kind of isekai I'm looking at, I'm thinking, huh, okay. It's a weird way to construct it because instead of having the same trope, it's in a completely different direction. Because as they said, logistically, there are humans they called outer worlders, and some outer worlders, well, they turned evil. I don't think that's spoiling. I can just say that much. And a lot of the scenes in this anime are kind of emotional. well, I don't want to spoil what Sensei does, but because he's an author, that ties into what he can do in the series. Overall, I thought this show was a very welcome fresh air. We've been getting a lot of isekais that are not the traditional, guy is overpowered, and no, we've been getting a lot of these lower powered guys. People who do things that are not overpowered. We have a guy who's a mechanic. I know that was a couple of seasons ago. We had a guy who cooks, and now we have an author. These are ideas in isekais for me that I look at and I thought, interesting. Let me give it a watch. Now, overall, I thought it was interesting how they went about it. It has a lot of good comedy. It does. The animation's good, decent, here and there. And I like how they frame the sensei. His real main goal here is to find Sachan. Now, I'm not going to spoil. Something happens towards the end, But overall, I thought it was a very interesting note because what he does when he actually is able to do things, because most of like the beginning of the series, he's not really doing much. He's doing things, but he's not utilizing what he has until he encounters certain outer worlders who basically are evil. But he does something in the series, not going to say what, that redeems them. And that was the scene where I thought, okay. It was an interesting change because it wasn't like, you think about it, you're like, wow, this is like, he's giving them a second chance kind of thing. And I don't want to, I'm trying to be brief with the spoilers. But overall, I'll just say this much. If you listen to the title of the series, No Longer Allowed in Another World, you'll get what his ability is. Now, as they go along, like I said, they meet this cat girl. And Annette is funny. She keeps crying every time he leaves. Like, it's a funny trope. And then, the cat girl Tama. And they go on these journeys as the series goes along. Until we get to like episode 11, 12. That's when the plot comes ahead. It comes ahead, and in episode 12, we get this crossroads, if you will. And then it goes from there. Now, the ending was very abrupt. And that's the only bad thing I think I have with it. But I did enjoy the journey they were on and how it was told. But the ending was like, okay, you continue your journey, basically. But overall, I'm not going to give this a high rating. I think it at least deserves 8.5 out of 10. At least. Because if I took a look at the other isekais that were being on the summer, no. This one, I think, was the better of the bunch. Because of what it was doing, the story it was telling, the different relationships and redeeming qualities of how Sensei redeemed people and what he did in the series. It was really intriguing. But I will say one little last thing. One of the best scenes or episodes, I think, this is just me, take it or leave it, was episode 10 and 11. That series of episodes I can just give you this little taste of an outer worlder who is a little girl and has a sister. That story was perfect. Very emotional, very drawn in, and it really strikes your heartstrings in a very good way. But like I said, 8.5 out of 10 for this one. I'm probably going to have... let me look up this. I hate to do this. Just trying to see here. I got to imagine it's probably going to be... Let's see. 1, 2... 3... Excuse me when I look at this. I gotta say 5? No, 6. Right. I'm probably gonna have 6 more anime series reviews. Now, most of them I can just... But some of them I might have to take a while to watch. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys. So yeah, probably 6 more. And then we're going to have to rev up for next week. Friday and Saturday. But anyway, the Bonkan, I'll introduce you guys later. Good series. Go check it out. It's a good one. It's a good one. Sensei! I'll see you guys later. Peace.